All right, I'm Julia, and we are doing an Audacy check-in right now with Alessia Cara. Hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, good. It's good to see you again
I
virtually, of
know.
course.
I know. I know. I know. But today's a big day for you. By the time people will be watching this, you'll have two new babies out in the world.
Yeah. Sweet Dream and Shapeshifter. It's my first time doing like a double release, but very
Yeah,
excited.
yeah. We'll get into both of them, but I just want to tell you, like, your team sent me over the lyrics to Sweet Dream, and I was reading them, and I was like a little shocked because this is the most I feel like I've ever related to lyrics because I've struggled with insomnia on and off since I was a kid. I'm literally going through a really bad period of it right now. So reading this, I was like, oh my God, like I feel like there's never really been a song that accurately describes going through something like that.
hmm Thank you. Well, I mean, I would say I'm happy you can relate. I hope I hope you can't, but
Yeah.
at least I'm not alone. I feel like if there's anything that music can or should do, or what I want my music to do is for people to see that there's someone else that has felt what they're feeling before, or is dealing with what they're dealing with. And I mean, I'm sure like when I was going through my period of insomnia, I still kind of do, but like I sometimes think like I'm the only person on this earth that is awake. Like it feels like everyone else knows how to do life except for me. So I mean, it's I'm glad that there are other people who can, raise their hand and be like, oh, I like me too, we're like in it together. And sometimes it's not about finding like a solution. It's just about knowing that someone can understand you. So
Exactly. Well, why did you choose this song in particular to be one of the first songs to represent the next body of work?
Well, when I was looking at this project as a whole, I kind of realized that there were two sort of stories happening at the same time. There was like the before and the after, and like where I was in the beginning of 2020 and the last couple of years versus where I am now, or where I want to be. So Sweet Dream kind of represents the beginning half, where I was feeling really stuck and really lost, and I was not getting a lot of answers. It was just pure frustration and confusion. I'm sure we were all kind of feeling that to some degree. So I wanted Sweet Dream to be the first, as a representation of that, because insomnia has been such a huge part of my life, especially in the last year. Like it's been a real challenge for me. And then Shapeshifter on the other end kind of represents the more sophisticated, witty, lighthearted side. Even though it's not about the happiest thing, I feel like there's like an acceptance of that situation that I feel is kind of like the second half of this year, where I've healed and sort of have come to terms with things, and I'm able to be more confident now.
Yeah, yeah, and that is a good way to put it because, like, with Sweet Dream, that situation, it is so frustrating. It's like, what do you do? Like when you're going through it, it's like this is awful. Like, and one of the lyrics that stood out to me the most was, "I try to meditate it all away, but damn, it's too quiet now. Daylight helps distract my head. Monsters hide under my bed. They bother me with all the kinds of things like, where do I go when I'm dead?" That is so real. And it's crazy because I was literally having a conversation earlier today about, dealing with that and, trying to find things to wind my brain down at night. Have you found something that works for you?
I feel like for me, it has to be a combination of things. I can't just like do one thing. I feel like I need extra work. So I do like
Yeah.
a hot shower, hot bath, and then I do some like breathing exercises. I also do like a bunch of essential oils, lavender spray all over the place. And I also wear like blue blocker glasses that look horrendous, but they are really helpful for like adjusting your eyes and your brain to like nighttime. So I wear those like an hour before bed. So I kind of have to do a bunch of things. And I mean, sometimes even those things don't work. Like it's really hit or miss. It's just about, sorry, my dog is growling at me because she wants my sandwich. But yeah, so it's a combination. It's like, I need it to be like a recipe. I can't just do one thing. I need extra work when I go to bed.
I know. And like sometimes you just don't feel like going to do those things. Like for me, it's reading. And I'm like, I'm not in the mood to read, but I know it works.
I know, exactly. I know, because sometimes you're just so exhausted, like where you just like you're too lazy to like do anything.
Yeah.
So yeah, like even skincare is a part of it. But some days I'm like, I don't even want to take my makeup off, let alone do my skincare. Like I'm too lazy to move right now. So it takes extra work, unfortunately, for us. But
well, now the song Shapeshifter was an exciting moment for you because you got to work on it with the brilliant Salaam Remi, who worked with Amy Winehouse, who's one of your idols. How did that feel for you?
That was amazing. It was one of those experiences that felt so like full circle in my life. And I mean, I feel like it was the closest thing to working with her or to meeting her, like being in her space where she wrote all of her music. And I mean, Salaam as his own entity is like so legendary, and it was so wonderful to be able to work with him and be in his space and, have him become a friend of mine, which is wonderful. He's such a genius, but it just felt so full circle to be in the studio and in the home where she wrote like all of her stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. It had to have been really inspiring. Like, did you have anything happen like while you were recording there that kind of like struck you like, oh my gosh, like I'm in her presence?
Totally. I mean, I think because one of my favorite songs of hers is a song called Tears Dry on Their Own. And she, like, one of the lyrics in the song, she references like blue shade, like this shade. Cleo, stop barking. I'm so sorry. She's whining because she wants my sandwich. And so like blue shade and like that lyric she actually wrote under this tree in Salaam's backyard. And the shade she's referencing is the shade of that tree. So I remember like being in front of that tree and I had to take a photo of it because I was like, this is the blue shade she's referring to. Like it's this tree and it's my favorite song of hers. And it was like one of the moments that felt so like, it felt like she was there and her energy was there. And yeah, it was very, very wonderful to be there.
That like gives me chills.
I know, right? Oh, I know. It was crazy.
Yeah. And it's just, there's something about being a fan of someone's music. And then there's really respecting an artist's work, which is the way I feel about you, because you've always been so candid about your mental health, literally from the first single. Why do you find it important that people are candid about it in their music?
I feel like, I think people should be candid about it in music, but in conversation and every day. I feel like it's one of those things where, I don't know, we feel as though like our mental health is not as important or tangible as physical health or something. But like, I always describe it as like, if I have a toothache or if I need a tooth pulled, like I would go do it. Or if I break my leg, I'd wear a cast. It's like, you have to take care of yourself. And we're so keen on doing it like physically, but when it comes to something that's more invisible, like our minds or our emotional health, it's like, I don't know, it's taboo almost,
Yeah.
And talking about medication or talking about anxiety or depression and things. There's like these taboo words, right? And I feel like we have to treat our mental health just as we would our physical health, because it is just as important, just because it's not as visible. And I feel like it's important for artists or people that are in the public who have platforms to just talk about it like as if it's regular conversation. Because the more we make it normal, the more it'll feel normal, and it should feel normal because it is, right? So.
Definitely. Well, how does it feel seeing artists like Olivia Rodrigo being this complete open book in their songwriting, and just like, does it make you feel empowered and you're like, yes, like more people are doing this?
Yeah, it's awesome. I feel like it's so great to have, especially young women, like someone as young as her, and so many other artists like Billie Eilish, like talking about her mental health. And like, I feel it's just so important to have young women, especially at the forefront. Being a woman myself, we have such a shared experience that no one else can understand. So seeing young girls like just be so open about their emotions and being honest and like, I don't know, just like holding up like a mirror, I guess, to other people as well, like in their music I think it's so needed, so necessary. Not only is it beneficial, but I feel like it's necessary. And I'm glad that they are, placed in the forefront and that people are listening to them, because those are the voices that are needed, I think.
Yeah. And you got to do something really cool. You're a part of the Metallica Blacklist, which is a tribute album, and you're performing Enter Sandman. How did that happen?
Oh my gosh. They asked me, which was crazy because I like do not consider myself a metal artist at all. I don't think anybody would, but I guess they wanted some diversity or versatility. I'm not sure, but I was very honored that they would even think about me, let alone like knew who I was. So I got to cover Enter Sandman with this amazing band, this girl band from Mexico called The Warning. And they're so talented. Like, so just even working with them was so cool, especially for the, what the project is for. Like Metallica is such a legendary band. So it was very cool. I hope we did the song justice.
I'm sure you did. That's awesome. Well, how do you feel about the next body of work following The Pains of Growing and Know It All? Is it an evolution, do you kind of feel like, or is it just like something completely separate and you putting out what you're feeling as the time goes?
I think it's a bit of both. I think mainly I kind of always tend to write about just where I'm at in life. So I think naturally it's like an evolution because I've just evolved as a person. So the things I write about are evolved. But even I think the more I get into songwriting and into my career, I just feel more free and comfortable experimenting with sounds and with lyrics and having more fun. So I feel like it's evolved sonically too, which is awesome.
Yeah. Can you like hear your own growth? That must be really cool.
Definitely. Yeah, I definitely can especially with this project. I don't know. Something about it feels really special. I know that, I mean, a lot of artists say like their latest project is their favorite or their best, but genuinely like,
well, it should be.
Like it should be. Exactly. Like if it's not, then you should probably reconsider putting it out. But I feel like it's the best work I've ever made and I can hear it. Hopefully the people who listen to it can hear it too.
Well, that's awesome. Thank you so much for catching up with us, Alessia Cara, with an Audacy check-in, and congratulations. And we're so excited for everything that's to come.
Thank you. Me too. Super excited. Thanks for talking to me. And hopefully I'll get to see you in person again soon.
I know. Of course. Have a good one.
I know. Thank you. You too. And I hope you get some sleep too.
Thank you. You too.